In today's video, I'm going to show you how to take the rear protection sleeves on and off of the NC Xidas, the rear shocks. Only applies to the NC Xidas, only applies to the rear shocks. The rest of them have a rubber boot inside of the spring, but it wasn't possible here, so we had to do a neoprene sleeve. These fit really tight, so I'm going to show you how to get them off. So first, rather than trying to get your fingers underneath the end here, it's easier just to grab a pinch some of it here and to extract them. So don't try to get your fingers under here. It's too difficult. Just pinch it here like this, and you can get it started off the end. So that's how you get it started. And then you can just pull it down like so. When you get to the other end, now that this is loose, you can pull them off this way. And if you can just yank it off this way, what I find is easier to do is to rotate them like this. It takes a little longer, but it requires less force, and you're less likely to slip and smash one of your fingers. So we'll go ahead and put it all the way off. Once you get about most of the way down, then you can just pull it off. Now the sleeves don't have any Velcro or anything on them. It's just a stitched piece, and this is designed to fit fairly tight around the tube, so it helps keep the gunk out of there. So to get them on, you're only ever going to have to do this when you're removing the springs. So the shock's going to be out of the car anyway. So I'm doing this out like this. We don't have a technique for doing this on the car, but you shouldn't have to pull these on and off when it's on the car anyway. There's no reason why. You can just slide it down and access the preload collars here with this installed. You don't have to pull it all the way apart. And again, once it's on the car, if you just want to access this, grab it like I just showed you, pinch it here and pull it down. That exposes the set screw for the preload collar, and then just turning the preload collar here. And then of course the bottom has no adjustments on it other than this. And again, this you can usually reach with the Formula Allen key, just pushing it in there. You don't have to even pull the sleeve off. So let's go ahead and put the sleeve back on. So the first thing is to turn it inside out like this and do a good amount of it. A good, say, 2 inches or so like this. And this is the hardest part. Get it started here, and you're going to kind of smash your fingers a little bit, but basically get it started over the edge of the spring. I'm starting with the bottom half, and then the top half, and then just wrestle and kind of get it started. Now once it's on there, you don't have to pull it on. Just basically spin it like this, and it'll work its way down the spring. Now what ends up happening, you'll see here, some of this is being curled up and pushed up under here, so you can just take it a little bit like this, and just basically get this elastic bit where it's exposed. You want to be able to see the elastic bit. That makes it easier to get it over the next set. What you have to do is you have to get over the coupler, because the coil stops and it won't continue winding when it gets to the coupler. So you want to just grab the elastic and just pull it onto the next spring. And once it's on the next spring, do the same thing. Just turn it down like slow. Now you know what's happening here is that elastic is getting folded up underneath here, so you need to pull the elastic out. So it's a little bit of a fiddly process. You should only have to do this when you're changing the springs. So for most of you, for racers who are constantly changing their springs, you have to do this a little bit more frequently. But for those of you on your street cars, may have to never do this, because they come already assembled. And once you get your preload height set, you'll never have to do it again. So that's basically it. I'm going to go ahead and completely get this installed up in here. And you notice I'm not trying to get my fingers into there. That's the recipe for disaster, is getting your finger up here and pulling on it, because it just hurts. And this is so tight that you're not going to be able to do it successfully. So it's better just to pinch it like this and lift it up and lift that elastic up over the end of the spring. So that is how that works. Hopefully that helps. We will see you at the track.